When we do this factoring, you have to watch out because sometimes the polynomials don't come nice and packaged for us. Sometimes we have cases where the two halves of a binomial don't match. If we look at example 1 down here, if you try to factor something out, well, the first two terms have nothing in common, so you would just write 12a squared minus 7b. Over here, you could factor out a, and you'd get 3b minus 28. But that's not going to get us anywhere, because if you notice, these parentheticals don't match, and factoring by grouping only works when the parentheticals match. So you don't want to do that. We do not want to just try to factor something the way it's initially presented to us all the time, because we won't always get matching parentheticals. If that happens, we need to rearrange the terms. And there are a couple different ways you can do this. One way that should usually work is to simply move the second term to the end. So just take the second term, put it where the fourth term is, and that should usually work. Let's try it. For example 1 then, I'm going to take my second term, negative 7b, and put it at the end. If I do that, I get 12a squared plus 3ab minus 28a minus 7b. And if we're correct about this, we should be able to get two matching parentheticals. In the first two terms, I can factor out 3 and an a. If I do that, I get 4a plus b. For these other two terms, I should be able to factor out negative 7, and I get 4a plus b. Those two parentheticals match, and so now I can continue, and I can write this as 3a minus 7 times 4a plus b. For example 2, if you look at that, you'll discover pretty quickly we're in the exact same situation. If you try to factor with that as is, you're not going to get anywhere. But if you try to rearrange it before you factor, you might be able to accomplish something. So let's take that second term and move it to the end yet again. We'll get 6xy plus 8x minus 15y minus 20. Out of the first two terms, I can factor out a 2 because both of those numbers are divisible by 2. I can factor x out, and I'll get 3y plus 4. Out of these other two terms, I can factor out negative 5. I'll get 3y plus 4. Again, we have a matching set, so I can write this as 2x minus 5 and 3y plus 4. And that takes care of that.